On one of my spacewalks, we were attaching these long metal tubing that is filled with ammonia. And this ammonia, it's filled up such that it's at a really high pressure. So the tubing, it's not like a garden hose that you can, shift around and move around. It's really stiff, and so it takes a lot of force to move the tubing, to bend the tubing. And that was important for us because in order for us to connect this tubing to the connector that was going to continue and run that ammonia through the rest of the structure, we had to get them lined up exactly right. They had to be perfectly aligned so that we wouldn't damage the inside of the connector, because if we did, then it would leak. And then we'd lose all that ammonia because it would just spray out into space. So we had to get it lined up. And I was having a really difficult time lining it up because there was so much pressure on the tubing behind it. And so I had to try and figure out a way to work around that because I couldn't line it up such that the connector would slide over the connection point the way it was supposed to without damaging it. And of course I didn't want to do that. And so it's a very important step. And so what was I going to do? What I ended up doing was I called Dan to come and help me. He was out doing the spacewalk with me. And he came and he manipulated the tubing behind me because it took two of us to do it, this task. I couldn't line it up and at the same time move the tubing behind it because there was so much pressure and it required 4 hands instead of 2. So that was the solution. For us it was to have additional hands helping to move and line things up.